Well, first of all, we optioned Colton Murray to Lehigh Valley. We're going to have a player coming up, but he hasn't been informed yet, so I won't mention his name until he's informed. Not a lot of good to look at, a lot of bad to look at. It's consecutive poor starts for Nola. He looks out of sync. His breaking ball isn't flat, and he just doesn't look. He looks out of sync. Other than that, we made 4 errors. Not a whole lot of offense to talk about again, and that's about all I got.
Were you unhappy with the overall effort tonight? I mean, you had the Herrera play on the outfield.
Very much so. I didn't like what I saw today. We've gone from 7 over to 7 under within about a 2-week span, and I don't want to get what we did the first 2 months. I don't want to let that get away from us. I think we're better than what we've played in the last 2 weeks, and I don't want that to slip away. I want the players to regroup and start all over.
You know, something you make a roster move, you have to call the guy. Did you talk to the team at all, or do you plan to talk to the team about the way that this has been sliding?
I'm a little late tonight. I had a meeting tonight. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to tell you what I talked about. It'll stay in the clubhouse, but I just let them know that I wasn't pleased.
Obviously, you've had a couple short outings, so your bullpen's taxed. You had to have 2 mainstays in mop-up roles. Do you think that's sat all right with David Hernandez?
No. Well, that's the thing you don't want to have to do. Fortunately, Gomez he didn't throw that many pitches. Hernandez threw more pitches than we wanted to, but that's what happens when you have back-to-back. 2 days ago we had the inning in 2/3, and yesterday was okay, but then today it's tough on the bullpen, and I hate to use bullpen guys that I don't want to use. So we still have we have enough available tomorrow with a lead for 7, 8, and 9, but we still need a fresh arm in case we get into trouble again tomorrow.
In terms of triggering maybe the meeting today, did the Herrera play tip you over the edge? I mean, that's kind of a huge mental error.
Well, obviously that nobody liked to see that. There's a few things that I've been thinking about that I wanted to have a meeting and mention, and today, was the culmination of those thoughts, and a lot of it was positive.
Just you spoke?
Yes.
Did you talk to Herrera after that play? Was he just we're getting blown out?
I don't think I needed to. He knows. He better know.
With Nola, was there anything in these last 2 starts specifically that you've seen? I know you mentioned kind of the break-in stuff, but is it a mechanical issue, you think?
That's hard for me to say. The pitching people will look at that. One thing I did notice that once in a while I go back and look at the monitor in the clubhouse to watch some pitches, and it looked like when he tried to come inside, he had a little issue coming inside. He was yanking he wasn't hitting his target. So it's probably mechanical. I know it's not mental. He's a solid guy.
It's troubling and all, and I know that's a relatively young starting pitching staff, but the first 2 months of the season they were really good, and I think their ERA is around 6 now for this month.
Yeah, well, once again, we saw Eflin for the first time. He just turned 22. Nola's 23 years old. We remember when Jay Happ was here. He wasn't all that effective. He was okay, but he looked like a different pitcher tonight. I remember when he pitched for us, he couldn't get the ball down in the strike zone, and he did that very well tonight. So it takes a while for guys to figure it out, and we don't have a lot of veteran, especially starting pitchers. So
you've talked a lot about your lack of offense as a team, understandably so. But what about leadership? Is it coming from where it should be coming from right now?
Well, the leadership comes from, I think, from certain players that have energy when they play. And for me, Freddie Galvis has shown a lot of energy, and Blanco shows a lot of energy. Rupp has a lot of energy. Other than that, we don't have that personality, that guy with that type of personality. That could be good, it could be bad, you know. You can be a leader by example.
Should you have somebody with that type of personality? Is there somebody there that should be exhibiting that kind of personality? It's
I don't-
not, I don't mean name names, it's just.
No, I don't think there should be. I think it's good if you have that guy, but I don't think a team needs that guy necessarily. If you have I talked about this a while ago. If you have a bunch of players who are accountable, are focused, and they hustle, they play hard, you really don't need that guy. If they're accountable, they know. It's good to have a guy with a whip occasionally, but you also need a guy to pat him on the back too. So I guess it.
A lot of verbal things going on down in that clubhouse, I guess, right?
Well, yeah, we're very verbal in the dugout. It's interesting to see. The guys are upbeat. Just lately, it's hard when you keep getting your rear ends beat day in, day out. We went through this tough stretch. But once again, there's a choice to be made. You either cave in or you fight your way back out. I don't want to see guys pouting or feel sorry for themselves. If you want to prove that you belong here, you got to fight.
Okay.
Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Pete.